Hi guys, welcome one more time.
Hi, one more time.
Yes, my name is Viktoria Pikovska and I'm the founder of Viktoria Art. Andrea, introduce yourself, please.
Yes, I am Andrea Ehret. I'm Slovakian artist living in Prague, Czech Republic, with my family. This is like my homemade winter garden. For now, it's a studio where we are streaming, and I live behind Prague. My practice as an artist is focused on spontaneous intuitive art, a lot of expressive artistic approach, and as an artist, I'm also a psychologist basically and art therapist. So therefore Vicky and I, because Vicky is CEO of Viktoria, decided to stream this session. Viktoria is one of the galleries which represents me in Holland, in the Netherlands. So we created a session, How to Distress. And it's not only about guided meditation and imagination, but also talking about how we actually can distress, especially in this situation.
Yes, exactly. And as I mentioned before, my name is Viktoria Pikovska and I'm the founder of Viktoria Art. Viktoria Art, very briefly, it's a startup which is working with talented upcoming artists from Central and Eastern Europe, like for example, Andrea. And we're helping them to come to the global art market. Mainly we're working online. However, we sometimes organize exhibitions for our clients, and I have to say that Andrea was one of our first artists we started cooperating with, and we're delighted to have a very successful cooperation with her. We organized last year one exhibition in The Hague, or actually one exhibition in 2 locations in The Hague, at the Slovak Embassy and at the World Trade Center, The Hague. And of course, we have many exciting plans coming up. And very briefly about me, I'm founder of Viktoria Art. I was artist as well. I was focused on street photography and documentary photography, very much into depicting emotions of people and all the facial expressions. I was very much excited about that. However, right now, Viktoria Art is it's a more than full-time thing for me, so therefore there is no time for my art. But I'm blessed to cooperate with amazing team, with amazing artists, and I have to say that I never have lack of creativity in my life. So that's definitely amazing. Andrejka, we discussed that we're gonna do today art therapy. We're gonna talk about a little bit of spirituality, mainly mental health, and how art can help us to actually overcome the struggles which we're putting up right now with. This is very unique situation which world didn't experience in the new age, and it's very, for many people, it's very big problem, sometimes even traumatic, to stay home and to actually put up with themselves. And you can actually help them to find a way how to process emotions. So I'm gonna give the word right now to you.
Okay, thank you very much. So I would like to share with you the approach which I believe, and I strongly believe that is the right approach, the approach of creative healing energy of art. Viktoria Art and me, myself, created the platform Artist Healing, which is also part of the Instagram account if you want to check it. And that is basically based on the idea that art truly heals. I believe it's true. I believe that you can actually put everything what you have inside, your emotions, negative feelings, tensions, your worries, either on paper, on canvas, and it would feel much more better all of a sudden, because you just feel a little bit of detached of your feelings all of a sudden. They are not inside you, but also outside. And then you decide what you do with the creative approach you give. Either you can just, let it be, or let it be the tool how to navigate or be aware of your emotions. Art therapy is a helping tool. It's not the only tool we have. Of course, that art therapy is not only fine arts. It's also music, it's also dance, it's also connecting within yourself via meditation, and then through the meditation within yourself, then creative power of energy you put in on canvas or as other transformative arts. Doesn't matter which one you would choose, all of them are wonderful for your soul. When you find yourself in a situation like this one, sometimes you realize that you were going through life with so many distractions that you totally forgot what you are experiencing, what you are feeling, what is the most important is you. And now it's a wonderful opportunity to reconnect with yourself, to reconnect with what you really feel, what you really want, and realize what is it, what I really want. Why I didn't listen to myself when my body, my soul, my mind was screaming for attention and I didn't pay it. Sagar is saying that he probably understands, I can see it in his eyes. But definitely this is something what happens to a lot of people, not only under these circumstances, but under every circumstances. Sometimes in our society, when you ask someone how she or he is, and they will answer, yes, I'm busy. Well, busy becomes synonym for successful, and that busy makes us detached, completely detached, because we're in a spiral of emotions or daily stresses, doing this and doing that. And all of a sudden there is silence and there is quiet. And that silence and that quiet is surprising for us. And in this silence, we can actually hear ourselves and asking, oh, well, what I'm supposed to do with myself in this silence. So do something. There is a huge opportunity. You can be self-aware, more self-aware after you become, out of the quarantine once again. And you become more aware of your body, more aware of your mind. If you reconnect daily, it's possible to reconnect via meditation, via art session. You can choose your tool. Tools are, here, you can just choose your tool. So I think that this is basically the ground for what we are going to do today. I prepared a meditation, which is very simple. Anyone can do that, anyone who would actually like to. It's a few minutes meditation, which we all have right now, these few minutes for ourselves. And it's basically unplugging our emotions and also reconnecting with these emotions. When you do that, it's important to realize that any kind of emotions or any kind of thoughts are not your enemies. Are basically very natural and completely normal. Feeling fear, feeling worry, feeling uncertainty, feeling fragile in this situation, it's normal. What we shouldn't do, or what it's considered to be unhealthy, is denial of these emotions. The most important is to accept them and tell them, okay, I can accept that I am actually now worried, or I feel fragile. My body feels fragile. I'm worried about my grandmother or my mom, but I don't want that fear to actually be something so negative for me that it overcome me, overcome my body, overcome my reactions to my others, to my own feelings to others. I don't want that fear become bigger than me. That's very important. Okay, well, Vicky, do you want to ask anything before I start that, or is that enough?
From my side right now, I don't have any questions. I prepared a few questions which I would love to ask you afterwards. But guys, if someone from you has any questions, just let us know. Just write it in the chat, or please feel free to speak. And right now, I believe that if no one has a question, then we can go directly to the meditation.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so no questions? All right.
No. Nice.
Okay, so when we starting the meditation, please find a space which would be comfortable for you. You can stay in front of your computer, of course, but I would ask you during the process to close your eyes. Feel free, and if you don't feel safe, you don't need to close your eyes, but it would be better you don't feel distracted. Follow my voice after you hear the gong, and I will guide you through the imaginative journey. It would be very short meditation, maybe perhaps like, let's say 7 minutes, 5-7 minutes. After that, we will talk about what was your feeling, what was your impression, how did you feel during the process of the meditation, and we can discuss the creative process, which would be the follow-up of that session. Okay, so sit nicely and quietly, find yourself a wonderful space where you feel okay. Close your eyes. Okay. Close your eyes one more time and let your body to decompress. Start breathing. Inhale and exhale. Let your body to guide you in the rhythm of your breath. Deep inhale and deep exhale. One more time. Deep inhale and deep exhale. You can almost feel how your body is decompressing, how the body is losing its tension. With the inhale now, we will imagine beautiful, crystal clear light which comes with your breath towards your body and heal every cell of your inner soul, body, spirit, mind. The beautiful light is all over you. With the exhale, you will imagine like all the tensions, worries, unspoken words are coming out of your body. Inhale the light and exhale everything you don't need, what's not necessary to have, what you don't want to be part of you. Inhale and exhale. And now imagine the horizon of beautiful turquoise sea. The thoughts which bothers you, the thoughts which are disturbing, you put them still on the horizon. You let them be there. You can see your thoughts as a distance, long process, and you realize you are not your thoughts. You are not them. These are ideas, these are words. Thank them for their coming to your mind. Let them be on the horizon. One more deep inhale, the beautiful light inside. And the exhale, and you feel that the heaviness of the exhale is going down. And you feel better and more free. Imagine again the beautiful turquoise sea. You're coming closer, closer to the sea. You're walking into the sea, connecting with the water. with the energy of water, healing light. And then you imagine you are a wave. You're guiding that wave. You're free as that wave. You're dancing with joy and love. You're free as the wave, going up and down your bodies, just all around. You're everywhere, united. Enjoy that feeling. Enjoy that beautiful healing energy around you. Enjoy that freedom, that spirit of the water and sea. Look at the horizon one more time. There are thoughts there. They're still there. And slowly come back to the shore. As the wave, go to the shore and ground your feet. Your feet are connecting with the earth, and the earth is becoming you. Your body is having roots, and that these roots are connected with the platform, the very base of the planet. You are earth. You are the sea. You are the air and the clouds and the sun. You are everywhere. What you feel now, it's a beautiful, beautiful energy of love, kindness and gratitude. And find something beautiful. What happened to you recently? And try to be fully thankful for that. Try to embrace that feeling of complete gratitude, deep gratitude. Then remember that feeling. Remember that feeling deeply. Imagine a small frame and put that feeling into that frame. Now slowly inhale and exhale. You are okay, feeling great. You can slowly open your eyes. You can stretch your hands and stretch your legs. Stretch your arms. Inhale and exhale one more time. Thank you. Thank you. How did you guys feel?
Wow. I felt really great.
Yes.
It's really nice to have, to really find like a few minutes for yourself during the day, and just relax. King, how did it feel for you?
So good. I needed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's been a stressful time.
Nice.
Perfect. I'm glad. How did you feel, Cigar? Was it good meditation for you?
Was that to me?
I think we don't have a connection. Uh-huh.
No, like, I don't know. Like, I couldn't. I don't think I heard your question.
Okay. Did you feel relaxed? I think my internet connection wasn't fully good. So do you feel relaxed now afterwards?
Oh, right now I'm just. I don't know. A bit tranquil. I guess the word would be like a bit. Just like at ease.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it something surprising during the process of the meditation for you guys? Any of you?
I personally really
Right.
liked where you recall things that you're grateful about. It's quite difficult
Yeah.
uh, to remember those things sometimes, and I just thought in like when you're in that place of serenity, and then like the first thought, like the afterthought, is things that are going well for you at this point. I think it really helped me kind of shift that perspective, so that was really nice.
Perfect. Sometimes it's just, tiny little thought, but that's why this usually is connected with the process of the healing water image, because the water has not only the clarity function, as an imagination, as a symbol in art therapy, but also it helps you to, for outlets of your emotions, and then
Yeah,
you can, reconnect with yourself better. So that's great. Okay.
Andreka,
great. Yeah, Andrea.
sorry,
Yes.
mixed connection. Okay, Andreka, what we're going to do right now?
Okay, so what would be the best for you now, after usually we do in my art therapy workshops a little bit of imaginations, which is usually deeper than this one, longer, deeper. We have various topics. Sometimes it's inner child, sometimes it's connected with the mother wound topic. It's much more deeper topics, psychological topics, let's say. Not just a relaxing one like this one. It was just an example how you can help yourself distress. And also, I would like to say, if that feels like right for you, that help you, find few minutes daily where you can just be alone with your thoughts, and it could be anything: drinking your coffee, or just sitting down on the couch and just staring to the wall and thinking about, what I'm experiencing now. What does it give it to me? What would I want? Whatever it's coming to your mind, sometimes it's fine to write it down, or just close your eyes and be something like an observer. Just do a step back and observe what's coming, what's going, be the wave. Let the wave guide you. So that would be my advice for what you can do daily for the future to help yourself distress in these situations. And especially in a situation like this one, what we are going through, the lockdowns and crisis in the world, just stress, stress for everyone. But afterwards, that would be great if you come back in your mind to the process of meditation and find the moment where you felt completely connected with yourself, and try to create from perspective of that moment. So go back to the meditation in your mind and process it, and just pick up the moment where you feel, when you feel like the wave, or when you, I don't know, it could be anything for you guys, and create from that perspective, which usually helps, students of the workshop or my clients, which I have individual clients as well, to start creating spontaneously. You don't need to think about anything. You just, use the colors you want, use the process to creative outlet of what you just experienced. So that could be a startup for the follow-up creative session. Some people find it really helpful, that because when you go inside and you can, create outside, it's actually a very, very good tool. So what we are going to do right now, I'm going to paint something what I would like to point out from my perspective, how the imagination, how the creative imagination of meditation was going for me. And when you feel like doing it, you can do it later at home, or just take a piece of paper and create something right now to remember, or to write down some notes, and you can create later. Okay. You didn't hear me. You said that you didn't hear me. Which part didn't you hear me, King?
I can actually hear
Like the whole process? You can hear me fine.
Yes, so far, yes.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Okay, so here is the canvas I prepared. It's the layers of my base paint, which I usually do when I create my paintings. It's like an acrylic, watercolor, and a little bit of gold leaf, and the paste. I have some others here to get ready, but what you can do at home is to use various type of creative structural paste if you want to do like professional painting, and then use the base to create something underneath. So when the layers, the second and third layers would come, then they would feel like they're almost not there. I can show you the example. I have a painting here which I just finished yesterday. This is the painting of water. And the water, as you know, is what we just meditate, has this surface, you can see the reflections of it, has the surface of layer which is almost transparent. So for me to create that was that I put three layers already underneath, and then I put a structural paste, and then over that I created the acrylic. So if you want to work with that, you can prepare yourself a little bit, up front. If you are just using the art therapy as a tool for distressing, or to help you to be to let your emotions out for the emotional outlet, you don't need to worry about it. You can of course start creating anytime with anything. You can use watercolors, you can use inks, you can use pencils. My son loves to draw, for example. I love to paint. He is much more comfortable drawing. So anyone has a different option and different preferences. So of course it's up to you. Okay? What do you guys like to do? Drawing or painting, brother?
I'm drawing.
The guy, what about you? Drawing.
Yeah, I think drawing would be easiest for me, personally.
Easiest. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Like me, drawing.
As well, drawing? Uh-huh. Okay, well, you can even, if you do some music is very therapeutical itself. Even hearing music or viewing art is wonderful. So whatever you find for yourself, then it's helpful. So now I'm putting another layer on it. And because the structure is pretty heavy underneath, so when I actually go through that, as you can see, then it leaves me a little bit of structural appearance there. I don't know how much time we have, Vicky, so I am...
We're going over time, but I think it's fine.
Okay.
There's no time restriction.
Okay, that's good.
If the rest of the guys are fine with that as well, then it's perfectly fine, but seems that they're enjoying so far, so. Andrea, and in the meantime, while you're playing, while you're painting, I was wondering why you created the picture, why you created the painting of a water recently. What inspired you?
Well, as I mentioned during the meditation or after it, I find water as very healing. some old practices or old therapeutical practices even say that when you want to heal your body, you can imagine with your mind how the water is coming through your body and healing certain organs or certain parts of your body, and you actually can feel how the water has this cleansing, clarity, aspect which heals, clean everything inside you. I love ocean. I love the sea. When I'm in the ocean or when I'm near the ocean, I feel like I'm home. So ocean and the water is my never-ending topic. But my son was recently undergoing operation, so I was also creating these healing waters for him, and I certainly find it very inspiring. Ocean is my never-ending inspiration.
Nice.
That's why.
Actually, since the last time we met, you mentioned to me sage and cleaning my place with sage.
Mm-hmm.
After you told me that I went to the store, I purchased sage, and once in a while, I just like clean my whole place with sage. So
Oh, that's nice. It's amazing, yeah.
yeah, it smells very interesting. Some people really love it, some people hate it, but it definitely works. Like you can feel that the energy, in your place is just like different.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. It's very nice to hear, yeah. Well, if you guys would be interested, then there is a book where are wonderful tips for how to be present, how to live in the moment. The book's name is The Art of Being Here and Now. I was one of the contributors there as an art therapist, but there are much, let's say, more or wonderful people who contributed to the book, neuroscientists, psychologists, art therapists, therapists in general. So you feel inspired by this session, or you feel like you would like to continue in this distressing, then this is one of the ways.
Thank you so much for the tip, because I actually found out recently that I have tough time to actually focus on something for like longer time, and I never had it. And it happened very recently that I started struggling with really being present and being focused on something. And yeah, it's actually very important to understand that in spite of everything, you really, in spite of all the distractions, you really should live in the moment. And I believe that exactly this time is showing us how important it is.
It does show us, and if you forgot about yourself, if you forgot about paying attention to what is actually going on with you, and where is your focus, where your energy goes, because where your energy goes, that exactly is what is growing in your life. So if you forgot that your energy is going to something what is maybe business or career or something what was important, of course it's important, and you forget about your personal life, then your personal life is going to struggle, of course. And we just sometimes forget that this is exactly, like very simple thing. When you put your energy into something, it comes back in a good way or in a bad way, of course.
Yes. Andrea, in the meantime, I believe I can ask you a question which I prepared for you.
Yes.
Well, as we discussed before together, right now a lot of people are with themselves. We're inside, we're focused to, we are actually forced to focus on ourselves, like really being inside ourselves and with ourselves. And many people who are not used to doing that are struggling right now. they're going through different emotions. They feel confusion, they feel anger, they're not in peace with themselves. What do you think would be the best way to actually put up with this energy, and how they can transform it and create something very powerful with it?
Yeah, well, okay. I don't have an universal answer, but I just would say one important thing. Each of us have a different story in life, and I'm not going to be talking about people who are certainly struggling and someone around them is experiencing trouble, or they experience trouble themselves, or you know, even more tragical things could happen, of course. This is very difficult time. As you mentioned, Vicky, this is the first time probably in a modern world we experience something like this. And all the emotions you are experiencing are just, you know, perfectly human and fine. That's very important to know. What you can do, first of all of other things, is to acknowledge them. To acknowledge that something is going on, yes. What's going on in me? What is it what I am feeling? What is it what I am experiencing? And then try to find out, all right, well, let's twist it a little bit. What is the lesson I can learn from this? It is very difficult sometimes to do, but if I feel anger, what I am angry for? I am angry because I am stuck here and I'm unable to actually have my social gratification, meaning that I meet people and they will tell me in my business, in my work, in my social life, how great I am, how great I look, how great I'm doing, you know. Or what is it what I'm missing from this? Why I am upset? Am I upset because I am lacking, I'm missing my friends, or I'm lacking some gratification from the outside world? So the most important thing is to acknowledge or to be aware what is going on and why is it going on with me. So you can definitely find out, I'm sure, when you dig deeper. So first of all, acknowledge, be aware, and dig deeper. What is going on with me, and why do you think that this is going with you? Why this is happening? And then when you have that feeling, when you realize what is going on, then take it out. Then, you know, just try to decompress the way how I show you today. It would be one of the choices. You can scream, you can dance, you can do some physical activity. The physical activity with the negative emotions, that's almost instant help. And the physical activity actually can decrease your stress level on high degree. Then after that, just twist a little bit your angle of the view, and from that perspective, when you get that out, do the outlet, do the acknowledgement part, do the hard work of digging deeper, then you can go and just twist the view, twist whatever is happening, and make it to the positive side. From that perspective, you can. But until you go through the path and do that hard work, you can't move forward. If you go that hard work and you go deeper, and if you really ask your inner questions truly and honestly and authentically, the answers will come. But when they come, you know, I can't tell you because I'm not you. I don't have your journey. I don't have your story, so I can't answer that for you. You can work through your therapist online. You can work for online, you know, counseling. That can help as well. But you can, you know, when you're looking for answers, the answers will come. Just you have to ask the questions.
Thank you so much.